Hi, I'm Greg Olwell, the senior editor of Strings Magazine. Many bass players are familiar with the David Gage Realist. For over 10 years, this pickup that is positioned underneath the bridge's bass foot has been a reliable go-to pickup for bassists needing to plug in. Now, the minds at David Gage String Instruments expand the company's array of pickups to include the unique LifeLine. The fork-shaped pickup fits onto your bass's bridge, provided that you have bridge adjusters, and like the Realist, has an output jack that attaches to your tailpiece. The LifeLine is a passive, bass-only pickup that doesn't require a preamp for amplification, just a standard 1/4-inch cable to connect your pickup to an amp or preamp. Most pickups are tricky to install and should be left to an experienced luthier, but like many things designed by Ned Steinberger, who's a crafty and innovative designer who co-designed this pickup with David Gage himself, the LifeLine has an evolved simplicity that's not only elegant, they've made installing it nearly idiot-proof. The LifeLine is also built ruggedly to last many performances. The LifeLine fits between the bridge and the height adjustment wheel. Though not all bassists use bridge adjusters, many do, and for them, the LifeLine can be one of the simplest and easiest pickups to install or remove. It fits between the adjuster wheel's non-threaded side and the bridge to keep an even pressure on the trio of ceramic piezo elements inside the LifeLine. Keeping an even pressure on them is something that's essential to producing a good sound with piezo pickups. And depending on your bass's bridge, you may need to install the pickup above the adjuster or below it, as I did on my bass. Installation took me less than 5 minutes, and I played the LifeLine through a few different amps, including this SWR Baby Blue that I have with me today. The newest Gage pickup has a noticeably high output, especially for a passive pickup, placing it among the loudest pickups that I've used on my bass. Comparing it to the Realist is inevitable, but not exactly fair, since the LifeLine is located in the bridge, a location that offers a well-defined attack, slightly more punch, and a slightly stringier sound than a pickup that senses the instrument's top, like the Realist does. Isolating the pickup from the vibrating top also helps to hold feedback to a minimum. Indeed, feedback was only marginally a problem, and one that I could only induce by standing practically against my amp at a high volume. Adjusting my amp's low-end EQ helped mitigate the problem somewhat. I used the LifeLine in a swing jazz band that performs at very loud volume, and thanks to the LifeLine's quick attack, clear sound, and high volume capability, I've never had a sound with more presence in the mix, with horns, drums, and electric guitars. Now, let's take a listen to the David Gage LifeLine. Now I'll try to play a few open notes for you with the bow. From a sound perspective, my amplified tone was a little thicker in the low mid-range than my acoustic sound, which is actually a good thing for being heard on stage with a band of any volume. The charms of the LifeLine go beyond its high volume capability. Its sound is also flexible and responsive to a lighter touch and lower volumes. The balance across the strings and the registers was also better than most other pickups I've used, especially when using a bow, which can sometimes lose evenness when playing across registers. The David Gage LifeLine is a great new pickup for bassists, provided you use bridge adjusters on your instrument. For many bass players, the LifeLine sound and non-invasive installation may make it one of the best pickup solutions available. For Strings Magazine, I'm Greg Olwell. Thanks for watching.